Hello, welcome. We are still happily working away on Valentine's over here. So today we are working on a Memorydex card. These background pieces are actually from a die that I don't have anymore. So I got rid of my manual die cutting machine maybe a year ago, instantly regretted it, and then 6 months later purchased a new one. I did get an automatic one though, which was actually a massive upgrade, and I would definitely recommend one if you use die cutting a lot. Then the scalloped heart pieces are actually from a Silhouette Studio cut file. They make a pretty Valentine's box, but I made the box and those bits got left out somehow last year. So they're still in my stash and I thought they would work really well with that Memorydex card. We're also using some Doodlebug goodies. I love their collections and their Valentine's ones are always top notch. I love them. Anything adorable with a cute little face on it totally has my heart. So first off, we're just going to stick these two background pieces together to make them a bit more stable. These are just cut in some pink, I think Hobbycraft card. I have a box of each season and these were just in my Valentine's box, so I'm not 100% sure. I have added some gold stitching onto the front heart. I didn't bother with the one at the back because you won't really see it. So adding that on with some foam tape and some glue. Using 𝓤𝓲𝓬𝓲, that's my new favourite. And you can see how that looks stacked together. It makes the hearts look really pretty with that like filigree edge on the pink piece on the actual like Memorydex bit. I think they match really nicely together, and pink and red for Valentine's is just perfect. So making sure that they will go together nicely and that the heart is the right way round. It isn't exactly symmetrical, so it needs to be a certain way so that they stack perfectly. Moving on to adding our layers. So these bits are from a digital collection. This one I think is Heart Day by Crepe Paper. It's definitely one of those Crepe Paper American Craft Valentine's collections that we all love so much. I would definitely repurchase those if they became available again. Then this little tool is really cool. This is from DRK Crafts and it is an edge distresser. I don't use it half as much as I should, but I love the way it looks. So you can see it just sort of roughs up the edges a little bit. I was totally inspired to buy that by Sue's Fish. She's always distressing the edge of her paper and it looks so, so pretty. So when I saw that on the DRK Crafts website, I just had to give it a go. And I really like how it looks on that dance card. Looking through my Doodlebug pieces, I try and pick like one big focal point. I was thinking those little ladybugs, and then I came across this truck, and with those balloons, it just works so perfectly. Those little balloons with the faces on the hearts. Adorable, couldn't resist them. So just building up some layers. I have a little zipper pouch, I think it's an old freckled fawn pouch, in my Valentine's collection, or Valentine's stash rather. And I just put all of my bits and bobs and odds and ends in there. So a lot of this stuff, including the sticker that I'm cutting out now, are from swaps. So that is like a 𝓤𝓮𝓭𝓲𝓪 board. I've just stuck it onto some paper so that it's not sticky on the back anymore. Cut around the edge and added it as a layer. I've got these tickets as well that I'm tiny attaching together. And again, they were from a swap, so they're in my little bits and pieces pouch. Consider adding that trim under the truck, but I don't like that it covers up so much of the stitching on the heart. So we don't do that. I think I add my sentiment down there instead. Adding my tickets. This dance card piece. I use that piece of ephemera constantly. All through Valentine's. I absolutely love it. It's such a good layering piece. Adding some foam tape onto the back of the truck. Popping that down the bottom there. I love those big heart gems. I know I want to add one of those on there somewhere. And I end up adding it behind the truck here. Adding on this little speech bubble on some foam tape, the little heart inside. I have a look at adding this tag as another layer, but ultimately that one doesn't make it. I go for an extra ticket at the end. This is another piece that I use so often. It's the February calendar. I've cut it a bit slimmer so it will fit in that gap and it won't cover up the noughts and crosses so much. Hot glue is my glue of choice for this project. I like things to stick down quickly and hot glue is perfect for that. This is the Photoplay, I want to say Tulsa and something. It's the little gnomies, little Valentine's gnomies. I got that from 𝓬𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪. And I found that little envelope with the letter peeking out, and I've popped that in between a few layers. Adding on these teeny tiny hearts from the sticker sheet. These are the kind of stickers that get left on the sheet. I never sort of pick them first, so I always end up with like an empty sheet and a few little teeny tiny stickers on it. So I thought I'd get those used up so I can hopefully get through my stash this year. I want to try and actually make a gap in my stash. That would be nice. Make a dent in all of the supplies. Adding that other ticket we discussed earlier. Cut it shorter so that you can't tell that it doesn't fit all the way down there. Still trying to make this ribbon fit, but we go for a word sticker. So I do think about this one from the Photoplay kit or collection, sorry, and it's too wide, I think. So I go for one of my fail-safe Rosie Studio words. So they have a bunch. I know Simply Charming and In the Neighborhood, I think it's called, have them. There's a Christmas collection that has them, and it's just the gorgeous cursive words on the puffy sticker. So black text on the white background, and it looks so pretty. So those are my go-to for this sort of thing. I'm adding some glitter glue because I will add glitter at any opportunity I'm given. Adding some onto the hearts in the truck, and then onto what would be the highlights of the balloons. Adding some onto the heart, the little heart in the speech bubble as well. There's our little word that I was telling you all about earlier. And then I pull out my box of gems. It is far too packed in there. I'm using some teeny tiny pink ones. And then I go back through and find some bigger ones, I believe. The tiny ones are from Hobbycraft. The Range do them as well, actually. And the Range do a set which has all of the colours. So if you didn't want to buy one whole sheet of a singular colour, I definitely recommend the one with like the rainbow on it from the Range. I'm looking at these hearts. These are again from Hobbycraft. I managed to get a couple of those on there. They're just so big. So I tuck them into a couple of spots. I hide one under the tyre here. So it's there, but not quite as there, if that makes any sense. And this is our completed Memorydex card. I'm trying to give you a new video every Friday, so if you're enjoying the Valentine's vibes, please do come and join me again next week. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'd love to get a comment from you as well. Thanks so much for hanging out and crafting, and I'll see you next week. Bye!